Hey, come on in. Whoo, child. Okay, let me see. Y'all know what I'm doing. I'm sharing. I'm finally back in my space. Hello. Um, Let me go and share. Hi. How are you? Let's see. Thank you. Greetings. Um, Let me share this. Let's see. Let me share. I'm gonna have to get my music and stuff together because I don't like when it's just dead air like this. But then Facebook don't like you to share nobody else's stuff, so we have to figure this out. And if you haven't already, please share that we're live. Hey Jossie, what's going on here? What is going on? Okay, I just shared it, so we're ready to get started. Hi y'all, it's good to see you guys. I'm excited to be here. Did I share this already? I'm excited to be here. Now listen, this evening is really gonna be like a little kickback. We're not gonna get deep tonight because I don't feel like getting deep tonight. Life is already a little deep, so I'd like for it to be fun. I want y'all to be ready to interact. I'm gonna ask questions. Hi. Now, because of the platform that I use, it doesn't always tell me who everybody is. So unfortunately, I can't see who it is. But that's my friend, I'm sure, because you're like, hey, friend. So I feel like I know who that is. Okay, so tonight is just gonna be chill. I'm not gonna get all spiritual tonight. If it goes there, then fine. But be prepared to um interact and ask questions. I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm also gonna answer the questions that I ask. But y'all be sure to answer the questions in the comments, right? So they're gonna be fun questions, and that's that. My eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so are you guys ready? Hi, cousin. How are you? Adrian, it's good to see you. And we're just gonna chit chat. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Okay, let me put my phone. Y'all, this whole time I was just talking, I didn't even have my I'm like, why can't I hear? Whole time I didn't have this on. Okay, good. Okay, so it's Wednesday. I'm ready to chit chat and have some conversations. Are you guys ready to interact in the comments and be a part of this tonight? So, first of all, I want to talk about a post that I posted. I think it was Monday. I was asking about fear, and it seemed like it really kind of like had people talking. You know what I mean? Not that everybody is afraid or fearful at the moment, but it kind of just seemed like it had um some spark. So I want to ask the question again, because there's a lot going on in life right now. There's like plenty going on, and it can be a bit of a scary time. Now, we shouldn't be led by fear, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's easy to fall into that, even if it's just simple stuff like I saw people saying like spiders scare them and that sort of thing. So I wanted to talk about fear. Are you guys feeling afraid right now? And if you're feeling afraid, what do you feel? Because there is a lot of fear in the air, with these mandates and, viruses, the talk of it and all of that. And I think that's enough to put a lot of pressure on people. So, are you feeling afraid? And what are you doing to manage the fear? Because I know a lot of people commented and a lot of people said what they're feeling and all of that. But what are you doing to manage your fear? What are you doing? Are you letting it fester? Are you letting it like really scare you? Are you handling it? And like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are y'all doing to handle your fear? Because, like, right now, what helps me is to not tune into it. I don't have a lot of things that is scaring me right now. I don't have a lot of things that makes me fearful. I know I mentioned, just on the surface, my children, like something happening to them and wanting to protect them and me not wanting to not be around for them, to be sure and ensure that they're being protected. So I know that's for me. But what helps me is to hi. What helps me is to not, you know, tune into it or to give it any play or to talk about it. I think when you talk about something and when you dwell on something so much, um, it becomes our reality, right? When you're operating on a certain frequency, you seem to really draw that sort of thing to you. And sometimes, again, I think I might have mentioned before that the universe doesn't hear you saying, well, it's scaring me, so I don't want any of it. All it feels is the emotion and the drive and the energy that we put behind whatever it is that we feel, whether it's fear or not. And so we just all we do is attract more of that to ourselves. So I think not dwelling on it, not be aware, but not keeping up it with it in a way that you're tormenting yourself or you're tormented by something that you kind of really don't have control over. You can kind of just do your best to, avoid said fear, but you really don't have there's really not much that you can do about it, right? So, trying not to give too much energy and too much attention on y'all. This lit, first of all, it's cute, but with these lights and this camera, it made me look like I got a little mustache. But, anyways, Jossie says, my answer on Monday was heavy, so I'm gonna keep it light tonight. Um, they had us in, they, bats. Her fear is bats. They had us in them caves and crickets because they jump on you when you try to kill them. So why you trying to kill them? Leave them alone. No, just kidding. Yeah, so no, the bat thing. Are you talking about when they would have us out in the wilderness? So when we grew up, quick story. Growing up, me and Jossie grew up together. And we grew up in church together. So a lot of times our church would take us out, like take us out into the wilderness instead of having church. We would go out into the wilderness and um they would teach us how to survive. So, like, what bugs you could eat, what plants you could eat, like what plants to avoid, take us in caves and kind of show us how if some went down and the end of the world popped off tomorrow, this is how you can live in these caves. This is how you can live on this water and that sort of thing. And one time they took us in a cave full of bats. Them folks came out of there hollering and screaming. They told them don't shine the lights or something. I didn't go in, and somebody must have shined the lights and the bats got to flying and it's a whole long thing. Is that what you're talking about, Justine? Yeah, so I think that's what we're talking about. Somebody said scared of the future and what it may hold, especially when you want to be successful, taking it one day at a time. That's so true, right? And it's so easy because I found myself doing that a little bit. Like, okay, if the world is getting ready to end tomorrow, ain't no sense in me restocking this or doing that. It's no sense in me doing that. But however, what I had to tell myself is you're not dead yet. The world hasn't ended yet. So go out with a bang, do as much as you can with your business, promote yourself as much as you can, still live on purpose and still live out loud because you're right. You don't know what's going to happen. But I think if we there's a saying that say we ruin basically say yesterday, the past is gone. Like there's nothing we can do about the past, but you can ruin your future by worrying about you can ruin your present worrying about your future, right? So I think sometimes we worry about bridges that we've not even crossed yet. We haven't even come to that yet. So why worry about it, right? But it is a worry thing, and this is not to shame anybody because we all genuinely do have concerns and things that we're worried about. And this is serious stuff, and sometimes you want to be able to talk to people. I have one of my real good best friends. She'd be like, friends, sometimes I just want to be able to say, listen, I'm stressed out about this. This is scaring me right now. And spiritual stuff aside, I just want to be able to say that. And we talk through this and maybe put our heads together to figure out what we're going to do to get through this situation, right? So I think it's okay to express what you're afraid about. I think it's absolutely okay to feel your feelings. Because the more you try to suppress them or pretend you don't feel that way, then it just keeps coming up. So I think it's absolutely important to feel all your feelings, but just don't stay there, and just don't let it consume you and you know take you over, right? So we don't want to do any of that. Who said hey queen? Oh, are you saying hey queen to me? Hey queen, because when I see that name, I'm thinking, is my mama here, y'all? So I don't know if you're saying hi to her or what. Okay, good. So we got the fear out of the way, and I just wanted to be able to say that we are, like, times are a little scary. On top of the things that we just personally feel afraid about. And I just want to be sure that you are feeling your feelings and that you are examining where you are in that space, but making sure that you're not allowing it to consume you and taking you over, because it's quite all right to feel whatever it is that you need to feel, right? So let's get to some of these questions. And if we don't get to all of them, that's fine. I'm not going to even try to push it to an hour tonight. So that the first one we got through, how do you handle fear? And maybe I should cross these out as I go. Is this okay? Um, so with that, I do want to know, I want to get the heavy stuff out of the way. So where are you with vaccinations and mandates and that sort of thing? Is this something that's like consuming your life? Do you turn on the news, or are you looking every single day watching the numbers rise or fall? Are you somebody who feels, oh, it's absolutely important that I, get this or don't get it? What are your feelings in regards to because I try to steer away from these kind of talks, but I want to talk about it. Like, what do you feel? Because I was just talking to a friend and she was like, we need to go somewhere. We need to go and do. And somebody else said, what are you planning to do for, I guess, Super Bowl or something? I don't know. And I just flat out said, I'm personally, and this is something I've never spoken about because I try to keep all tensions low. But me personally, I am not for vaccines. And no judgment. Y'all know I love to say that. No judgment. Actually, I'm pro choice. Like, if that's your choice and that's what you want to do what's best for you and allow me to do what's best for me. But I'm that way across the board, across the scale. Like, I'm not somebody who was doing it before and then now all of a sudden I'm just not. No, I'm against it across the board. And people be like, well, we all been vaccinated since the time we were, little kids. I ain't had nothing to do with that. My mama took me and got that done. I don't have nothing to do that. But I didn't turn around and do the same thing with my children. So I'm saying it goes deeper for me. I don't. But how are you guys feeling? Are you okay? Is this something else that's consuming your life and you're constantly thinking about it? Where are you? What say you? What do you feel about it? Somebody said, I'm not stressing over it. Good, good. Somebody else says, fear is false evidence appearing real. It absolutely is. It absolutely is false evidence because if you think about it, this life that we're living, I think we take it a little too serious. Now, I'm not saying things are not real, okay? Because I'm just talking about this comment right here. I'm not saying things are not real and you don't have a legitimate reason to feel your feelings. I'm just saying sometimes, I know me, I take things a little, it's like, don't take it that serious. It's not that deep. It's going to be okay. Because I promise you, because we always get through things, right? We always get through it. Somebody said, I didn't vax my kids, right? So I'm assuming that you're not doing this vaccination either. And does anybody have any reasons why or why not? Why they feel the way that they feel? It might give some insight to somebody here. I'm not vaxing myself, right? Me either. I'm not doing that. Whatever floats their boat, but I'm good getting that. And that's okay. If that's where you are, that's where you are. And I want to keep this light. I don't want to get into it like back and forth, knockout, drag out. I don't want to do that. These are just questions, and I just want to see where everybody is. Um, Fear lowers your vibration, and that's the media's goal. Absolutely. I want to say that. That is the goal, is to keep your vibrations low and to have you stuck. Fear will have you stuck and stagnant. Like you can't move, you can you and always in a fight or flight. You got this, it develops anxiety about things. Instead, if we take a minute to breathe and pause about and dissect, okay, what's being said to me, what is happening, let me hear all the facts, let me hear what's really going on, let me you know see what's happening around me, and let me just have a minute to really really gather myself, without making a hasty decision. I think we need to be able to do that. um This one is too fast for a vaccine to come out so fast when it takes at least 2 to 3 years for approval to make sure it is safe and effective. I agree. I had to get vaccinated because both of my jobs mandated it. And I had no choice because I couldn't afford to be without work, but I didn't want to get vaccinated. And that's something else, that's some BS around here. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't never mandated nothing else in this way. So why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I get it. Everybody's like, oh, it's for the safety and, blah, 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 blah. I get it. But however, it's not, I'm not even going to go there. But yes, that's unfortunate. I am so sorry that you felt um, that you were put in that position. So many people have been put in that position to do something to themselves that they did not want to do. And I personally feel like it's so unfortunate. I know there's somebody out there like, it's so irresponsible for y'all to feel this way, or for y'all to think what you want. But what's irresponsible is for somebody to try to force me to do something to myself, or for me to allow somebody to do that. I'm not getting ready to do that. And I think that's what's not right. You can't force people to do nothing. Okay. So that's where I am with that. Right. No mandate for colds and flu. Shake my head. Yeah, because so it's no mandates for that. Okay. So moving right along. Um, you can tell. So, and something else I want to say, what you guys are going to find here is that I'm going to be more open with what it is that I have to say, regardless of who likes it. And the goal is to weed out the people that are not for me, right? So the goal is not to just have this large following or large viewing. The goal is to reach people who need to be reached with my platform. So if you don't like it, this is not the place for you. Okay. But I love you all. And with love, you're allowed to go with love, peace, and light. Okay. All right. Let's read this one. God and my natural supplements is my protection for my immune system. I agree, because God ain't make no mistakes in nothing else. And then all of a sudden, what's been given to you naturally just doesn't work or perform. Now, I get some people have compromised immune systems. I understand all of that. But somebody who is healthy, I'm not going to be told that mine does not work the way it needs to work for me. So have that conversation with those who need it. Again, that's why I said pro-choice. If it's those who need it, absolutely. But those of us who are perfectly healthy and we're fine and we feel like we don't, I don't understand. So that's where I am with it. Okay, moving right along. What makes you happy? Okay, we talk about all this sad stuff, but what makes you happy? For me, what makes me happy is love makes me happy. Being with my family and my friends make me happy. Laughing, just being able to laugh real, real good, like a real good, like stomach hurt laugh. Of course, that makes me happy. Um, and having my energy reciprocated, like it's the reciprocity for me. So, like whatever energy I'm giving in whatever situation that I'm in, I like it to be given back. Like I want that back. That makes me happy. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be, I'm giving so much and then somebody is not giving the same. So that makes me happy. If you can match my energy, that makes me happy. What makes y'all happy? Good music and wine. Oh, and positive people and good vibes. Yeah, that makes me happy too. Um, okay, we're doing good. We're gonna move on. And okay, so the next question is letting go hard for you? And that can mean anything, just letting go. But when I thought about the question, I was thinking about more as far as people and maybe things, but is letting go hard and letting go. And I might, if I might have asked some of these questions before, but I want to see. And I'm going to come back to your questions. I'm not trying to skip anybody. Good conversations, non judgmental people, your eyes, real talk. Thank you, C Dub. Yeah, good conversation and not, yeah, don't judge me. Okay, I don't want to be judged. Don't judge me. And I'm not going to judge you. And why can't we just live in a life, agree to disagree, and keep it moving? Like, why do we have to judge, like, because you don't like something? We can still be real cool, real tight, and close and not agree on something. We are free to do that. We're individuals. Um, Laughter, music, my heels, wine, positive vibes. Yes, girl, give me a good pair of heels. That makes me real happy. Um, with me, it depends. Okay. Okay, you're right. And I guess it depends on who you're around. That's good. So then I said the letting go. So sometimes it used to be like letting go of people for me. Letting go used to be really, really hard because I don't like to not be happy. And sometimes when you have who you have or what you have and you love it, sometimes even you'll hold on to it even if it's hurting you. And that's the place that I was in before. And I had to realize that that's not okay and this is not making you happy. Like, you want to be happy, and again, you want the reciprocity. So if you're not getting it, then it's not making you happy. But sometimes just not wanting to feel like, thinking, oh, I'm gonna feel extra hurt or extra sad or extra disappointed about something, I can't let it go. But I'm not there anymore. I'm doing so much better with that. But yeah, letting go used to be hard for me. What about y'all? Yes, no? What is this? Yes, I love wine. I'm drinking some now. I should have had me some because goodness. Um, I'm gonna keep moving along, but you guys are free to comment as you'd like. Um, okay, here's a question. Would you rather lose your teenage memories or your college slash adult memories? Because some people didn't go to college. So if you didn't go to college, just think about around that age, your adult memories. Which would I mean, nobody wants to lose any memories, but if you had to choose, like, I'm gonna zap you right now, this is the blinky thing, and you get to choose which memories you want. Are you thinking uh what did I say? Teenage memories or college adult memories? And I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep my college adult memories because that's when I had the most fun in life, and that's when I explored the most, and that's when I really start to grow and like come into my own. Back in the day, I was at home, strict at church, not really getting out, not really living that much, under my mama, not doing too much. So they weren't terrible memories, but I'm gonna go with college because I lived it up in college. Like, I did a lot in college. And I'm gonna keep those college memories you want to keep. Are you saying you want to let go of your college memories or you want to keep your college memories? This is teenage was cool, college was great, adult years even better. That's how I feel. Like, where I'm at, like, I feel like life is lit right now. I'm not changing any of this, but I wouldn't change anything. But I thought it was a fun question. Which would you keep? Keep the college memories. I think so too. Um, let's see. What fads are you glad no longer exist? I made a post about this, and mine was, I'm so glad, guys are not wearing tall tees and them baggy jeans. I'm so glad that's over, y'all. Listen, I personally did not like it then, and I definitely don't like it now. I'm like, what are you doing? Where are your legs? It's like you run around with this long torso. I hated it. I'm so glad that's over. And I'll be glad. Am I finna step on some toes? I might finna step on some toes. If this is you, no judgment. No judgment. I'll be glad when these baby hairs and lace fronts go. I'll be glad when they're gone. No judgment. If you love, do you. But I'll be glad, or maybe just the baby hairs, or the real big kind of meet your eyebrow. I'll be glad when that's gone. I don't want to see it no more. Get it out of here. I don't care. I got a little something. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Let's see. Girls with them. Who said that? Who said that? Because we liked our belts. Them belts was cute. I don't know what you mean. Our belts were cute. We talked about this on your status a few weeks ago. I told you big clothes look sloppy. But hey, to each his own. Yeah, those look sloppy. Okay, next. Um, when it comes to people, like I'm gonna say the who you're attracted to, does their style matter? Does it matter like what they're wearing? What's your go-to style? And are you kind of cool with it? Kind of like a person like, oh, it's okay. His personality is or her personality is everything. And when we get together, I can change that or I can help them out. Or does it matter right off rip? Like, is that enough to, is it a deal breaker? Is it enough to be like, I'm not, or is that shallow? What do you think? Um, the business casual club fits that had us all in the a chokehold, me included, wearing a secretary dress and Mary Jane's tripping out. Wait a minute. You wore a secretary dress and Mary Jane's to the club, sis? You didn't. You couldn't have been wearing it to the club. Um, if she ain't fly, then it's good. Who is this with these things? If she ain't fly, goodbye. What do you mean by fly though? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because I think if I started, I don't know, maybe I can get like I guess it depends on how a guy approaches me. Because I'll have a conversation with anybody. I'm not too good to talk to people. And what if you're talking to them and the conversation is just so bomb? What if you meet your person and this might be somebody you can fix? Now I ain't gonna lie, I do want you to have some swag, some good old swag. That's something. But what if you're just having this conversation, it's a good conversation, and it just turns out to be like that person for you? What if, right? What is that what you were saying? I don't know if that's what you meant. What are you saying? Are you wearing Mary Jane's to the club? I just want to know. You couldn't have been. Um, wearing clothes with confidence is your fly. I agree. See, that's what I'm saying. Like if this person is real confident and we're having a really good conversation and you know what I mean? Like that could be, you never know. You never know. What'd you say? It was a black and white and it helps that it was low cut, but man, the Rockets, I guess, because I think, let me think about 2007. I was definitely in the pumps and the bumps. I had my pumps on and my freakum dress on. I did. I was wearing pumps and cute little, and that's what I was wearing. I don't know. I wore Mary Jane's, but I didn't wear them to the club. Right? Okay, let's move right along because this is cute. Um, okay, so in any sort of relationship, it doesn't matter, friendships, whatever, just the people around you, do you prefer to just come clean about stuff? Like, let's just say if you got some secrets, do you prefer to come clean or are you taking it to the grave? What is it? You can just say come clean or taking it to the grave. And you can, and I'm going to want to know why, but are you coming clean or are you taking it to the grave? At one point, I thought I was taking it to the grave because I thought this is my business, right? This is my, I don't, who, I'm not telling my business. I don't need to. This is for me to know. But here recently on this journey of transparency and honesty and openness, I done had to come clean. I've come clean about like it's really nothing else to be said. I mean, y'all probably don't know everything, but I'm gonna go ahead and come clean. I'm gonna go ahead and come clean. I don't think some stuff. I'm gonna come clean. What say y'all? Are y'all coming clean or are you gonna take it to you? Like think about some of the secrets you have. And are you coming clean or are you taking it to your grave? I don't hear y'all talking. Are y'all thinking? Y'all taking it to your grave? You taking it to your grave. For real, y'all? Okay. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Cause it sounds like y'all taking it to your grave and, and you don't want the people to know you take it to your grave. Okay, that's cool. Um, Let's see. Are y'all saying anything? Okay, good. We're here. Come clean. It frees your soul. That's what I think. I'm coming clean because I want to free my soul. I want to free my soul. That's what I want to do. I don't want to hold that stuff. I just want to be free. And then from that point, continue being honest, like just about everything. And just, give people the option if they want to deal with it. It's almost like you're holding people hostage a little bit with your secret, because if they knew the truth, then it would give them the option to deal with it or not, how they want to. So then now they're making decisions with you, and according to what they don't know. They don't have all the information to make an informed decision about, you know, y'all's friendship, relationship, or whatever it is. And so I don't think that's fair. And then does that mean what you have, as good as it you might want to say it is it really a lie? Is it really true? Because will it be that good if you told the truth and if you came clean? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, what does it say? I'll come clean, but but I'll still have wrinkles. You have to come clean because it's gonna free your soul. It's gonna free your soul if you do. Let's see. Do you embrace your always coming clean? Yeah, I think I said that. Do you embrace your sexuality? And are you comfortable? Like, are you comfortable with your sexuality? Do you embrace your sexuality? I think when this question came up, I don't even know if that I was sure fully what sexuality was. Like, okay, what are we talking about? Like, what do we mean? And I don't know if I kept, let me go and look and see if I kept the definition of sexuality. I don't think I kept the definition to just give y'all better clarity on it. But I just think it means just who you are, what your preferences are, what you like and don't like. Are you a little bit more flamboyant? Are you a little bit more um, conservative? Just when it comes to those certain things, and are you embracing it, or do you feel comfortable to, or not so much? Um, Somebody says, honestly, I am. At first, I wasn't. I'm not getting ready to do all that. I'm not getting ready to certain things I'm not getting ready to do. So, yeah, but now I'm learning to be, more and more okay with it. And because closed mouths don't get fed, you know what I mean? In anything, in like across the board, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're not Now, maybe one thing if you just kind of don't know and you hadn't explored to figure it out. But if you're not being honest with yourself and the people around you, then how can you be fully fulfilled in this life? And I think that's important too. Like, not only is bearing your soul and being honest and keeping it real and all that sort of thing, not only is that important, but I want to be free in all aspects. I don't want nothing holding me back. Last week, I think it was, we talked about being open and honest and transparent. I don't want nothing to hold me back. Like, if this is who you are, I mean, I guess maybe you have to pick and choose who you are that way with, but yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm completely 100% comfortable. What does it say? I'm outside if you let me in. What does that mean? What are y'all talking about? I don't know what that means. It says yes, and I have been for a long time. I realize that most of the definitions of what people put into the context of sexuality are not actually what it is. And that's true. And they have you shame. And then, Jossie, we grew up in church. So they will have you shame, child, shame to feel these natural feelings, have you feeling away. And then you get grown and then you looking crazy because you don't know what certain things mean. You don't know, like, what does that mean? I don't know what that is. And people looking like you don't know, like, how you don't know. So, yeah, I think it's important to be open and just free with yourself. Okay, let me check this. Okay, so do you have any regrets? Do you live with regrets? Anybody? Do you live with regrets? I don't think I live with any regrets. I don't think I do. One thing that just came to mind though is if I could go back, and I think everything happens exactly how it's supposed to, and I don't know that I would be where I am without some of the experiences that I have had in life. So, but one thing that I'm thinking is I would have wanted to be this free as I am now, a little sooner. Cause I just wonder how much further along in life I would be if I were, and I just wonder if some of my reservations, not because I felt reserved about it, but because it was what was instilled in me and what I felt was expected of me from the people around me, um, would life had been a little different, a little differently. But I guess I had to experience what I'm experiencing now in order for me to be broken open, to receive and to let go of these certain things. But I wonder if I had been a little more free and a little more outspoken and a little more, that sort of thing, would I be a little bit more further along, right? Um, hi. Thank you. No regrets. Good. And you shouldn't live with any. You shouldn't live with any regrets. I don't live with any. But I just wonder. Let's see. Every single thing we experience is a lesson. That's very true. Every single thing. And we have to go through those things. Because we need to learn, we need to grow, we need to level up, and all those good things. So, no, I don't live with any regrets. In fact, I'm learning to embrace everything, the good and the bad, because it makes me exactly who I am, and all parts of myself are beautiful, even the struggles, even the ugly pieces, even the not so cute pieces, even the everything, every single piece of my life is beautiful, and we have to learn to integrate all sides of ourselves, right? Because all sides are necessary and makes us exactly who we are, and without them we wouldn't be that, we wouldn't be individuals, we wouldn't be set apart or whatever, or what you have to offer that I don't, that the world needs. We wouldn't get that if it were not for your experiences and my own, right? Okay, so let's see. Did I get this? I feel like we have to go down whatever path we have to go down to make us who we are. Yep, I agree. Where am I? 37. Okay, we're doing good. Um, do you feel insecure about anything? Do you feel insecure, and why? Why, if you feel insecure? I think we all have some insecurities. And I think the whole point of all of this is just to talk this out and see, like, you know what? Yeah, I do. And I don't have a reason to. Y'all might can't hear my son, so please excuse it. Um, I do have insecurities. I'm trying to think. I've been working so hard to not like beat myself up or to feel these, or to be worried about this little stuff, that now I'm finally to a place, y'all, that I have to think. Like normally I'd be like, yeah, I don't like this, and that. But now I gotta think, what am I insecure about? Honestly, at this point in life, I'm not being insecure about anything. I don't have a reason to. For what? Insecure for what? And why? You know? And it's a good place to be in because I'm trying to sit here and think like, what am I insecure about? I don't know. I'm sure something I used to be, I'm sure, but I've gotten to a place, I've been working so hard to get to a place of, so what? I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't care. And it just feels like all of that usually just boils down to what somebody else said or how somebody else feels about it or how somebody else along the way made you feel about X, Y, and Z, right? And so I don't care about that. Anything outside of me with something to say that ain't, you know, good for me or helping me, I choose to not even think about it, entertain it, or give it any thought. Or do we have any insecurities here? Let's see. I'm a perfectionist, so I shy away from stuff. Like what? Do you care to share? What do you now? I'm a perfectionist too. This Virgo is a perfectionist. So if I got myself, and the point I had to get to was the I don't care. I don't care. Like, who cares? Why does this matter? I had to learn to be free, and I had to learn to not take things so seriously. I'm learning to not take life so seriously. For what? I mean, some things are serious, but no. So that's what I had to do. So maybe that can help you, like, to try to do that, like, not, just have an out, it is what it is attitude. Because if you think about it, why do you feel insecure about that? You know? And if you get down to the bottom of you first starting to feel that way, was it because of what somebody else said, or possibly what society would say? If so, get rid of that, throw that out. Not a thing. Um, I want to learn everything. Oh, you want to learn, so you shy away from stuff because you want to learn it. Am I still talking to the same person? Because I want to learn everything. I don't want to show or share because I'm such a perfectionist. So maybe you feel like, because you want to learn, maybe you don't know everything. And so you shy away from not possibly being right, or possibly being wrong, sort of thing, is what I feel like I'm hearing you say. Um, and that's okay. And then too, when it comes to that, I don't care about asking no question. Um, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with you because you're trying to get there, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't ask. If you don't put yourself out there to see whether you're right or wrong, you can never learn it. How can you learn it if you don't know that you need to learn it, or because you might know it and then you're afraid, like, well, what if I don't and I'm gonna look crazy? Um, so then you're missing out on some validation, or or possibly having the right answer and can help somebody out. So I would employ you to work on that, and and try to, like, get down to the bottom of why you feel that, like, really why you feel that way, and, like, try to do some things to push past it. Whenever you feel that coming over you, try to push past that feeling. Um and get through it. Yeah, cuz I'm a perfectionist, but I have to tell myself all the time, ain't nothing in life perfect. What do you know in life that's perfect outside of nature? Nature to me is perfect. Like, if you want to know anything, or you need a blueprint on anything or how to live your life, go to nature. Nature is perfect. But other than that, child, we all in the same boat. Okay, let's see. And cousin, give them people what you got. And cousin, give them people what you got. Absolutely. Give them what you got. You never know. You got something and you trying to be perfect. They need what you got in your imperfection. Okay, say, yep, and I want to be perfect in what I want to do. I do know how to do a whole lot of stuff, but I'm not a master of it. And so what you got to do is get out here and work hard at it. Practice makes perfect. Research, um, do it until you can't do it anymore. Don't shy away from it because you feel like, oh, I don't really know it, and so I'm gonna just leave that alone. Don't, stop tabling stuff like, I'm gonna put this over here because I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself. Take the first step, because sometimes it's just all about taking that step. Um, Not doing it because you feel imperfect, you'll never perfect it. So don't not do it. Just take the first step, that first class. If you need to, get on YouTube, Google a little bit about it, and do a little bit, every day or whenever you can, to get better at, what it is that you love. Hone your craft. That's the only way that you get better at it. And sitting around worrying about it, you just gonna be there, and you just gonna only know what you've always known, and that's not gonna help you. So I say, do it. Just do it. Don't wait around, because you already got everything that you need to be perfect at whatever you were equipped with, equipped to do. You know what I mean? So do it. Just do it. Just step right out there and do it. That's what I would say. Um, Take that first step. That's all. Take the first step. Literally, take the first step, because it gets easier after that. The ball starts rolling after that. But just sitting around waiting and looking, it ain't going to get it done, I promise. Okay, so take the first step. Okay, we are at 45. So I'm going to try to wind us down here, guys. Y'all know it's all good. Thank you for participating. Um, okay. Do you feel stuck and bound by your choices? So what I mean is, have you made choices in your life and then you feel like because you made the choice or because you got yourself into a place, do you feel stuck there because you made that choice and you feel maybe a little guilty or ashamed about changing your choice or doing something different? um Oh, I skipped over one important question. We got to do that one next. That was the highlight of the thing. But do you feel stuck? It's what made me think about it. So, for instance, let's just do that question. For instance, this says, why do so many people continue in relationships, be it friendly or romantic, when they are no longer being fulfilled? So, that do you feel stuck maybe because you've made this commitment or um you've um you don't want to disappoint somebody or you're afraid of letting go? Do you find yourself stuck? Do you feel guilty about saying, you know what, this isn't working for me? So regardless of what it looks like, what people think about it, how they feel, I'm going to make the best choice for me. So whether it's needing to do a divorce or stop talking to somebody who you thought was a friend or um a career that maybe your family wanted you to have and it's not working for you, but you're doing that for them. And so I'm gonna go ahead with it. Or maybe you're in college and you feel like college really ain't for me, but I'm already here. I already started these loans, so I might as well like, do you find yourself stuck and find it hard to get out of these situations and romantic relationships or friendships or whatever, careers or whatever it is, and you're not being fulfilled? Does that make sense? Just because you made the choice, do you feel stuck? Stuck in these things? What are y'all saying? Um, no, I don't feel stuck, but I think people stay because of a fear of loneliness. Yeah. Mhm. And that's a stuck feeling. It's like I'm here and I've done, this is what I've done. So there's no way out. I don't want to feel lonely. I don't want a lot of times you don't want to go through that breakup feeling, that hurt feeling that comes when you have to break up. Sometimes people don't want to go through that. So that kind of keeps you a little stuck. Um I actually feel more free than ever. Me too. Like at this point in my life, before I would be like feeling bad, like, well, in my brain, because my mom raised me on y'all know my mom love a good saying. She would say it's better not to make a commitment than to make one and break it. So like I can remember like if we in church, let's say I told them I'm gonna do special music or solo. I'm singing or whatever. And then say I don't want to. Maybe I'm feeling a little nervous, or maybe I'm tired. I don't want to go to rehearsal. I don't want to do this stuff. I'm like, well, mom, I just don't want to. I don't want. No, you got people waiting on you or depending on you, and they, or whatever. And I get that. I get that. Like you don't want to have people, mess up somebody's event or something because you just don't feel like it. But sometimes is it okay to just say, I can't. For my own mental wholeness, I'm not going to be able to do it. I thought I was going to be able to. I said I would. I said I do, or whatever. And you know what? It just turns out it's not work. I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay. Do you guys feel comfortable with just saying, I can't? I'm not going to. And I'm so sorry. Do y'all feel that? Says no, I have yet to remove a bridge that I was meant to cross. You were meant to cross the bridge? What do you mean by that? Being stuck is a choice. As long as we're alive, we have the ability to change most situations. Fear is the engineer to the stuck feelings. Yes, this is why I'm asking about fear. Y'all see how this kind of comes together? Once your heart and mind makes the decision to move, do it then. Otherwise, you'll stay stuck. Thank you, Angel. That is so true. Once you have that feeling to do that, then go ahead and do it. And sometimes that don't mean that you can't come back and revisit said situation. It might have required you to um, move around a bit or remove yourself a little bit. But definitely, I'm going to say, do not, because I am guilty of this, do not allow yourself to feel stuck in something, especially when you're not being fulfilled, especially when it's not, helping you or benefiting you or that sort of thing. Don't, because like, well, I told so and so, oh, well, I don't want them to feel bad, or oh, making these excuses, allowing fear to keep you stuck. Don't do that, because we get one life. And honestly, the way life has been going, I just got a phone with my friend before this, and she was like, this year is personal. If no other year in life and no other time in life, right now is very, like, I'm taking it personal because it's a sticky situation outside. Okay. Getting out, it's outside, it's a little sticky. And again, you get this one life, and to be still here breathing and able to live it, I think you should do that. I think you should do that unapologetically. And whatever it is that is happening, you gotta let it go. Let it go. If it's no longer fulfilling you, go ahead and let it go. Um, Yeah, let it go. So we're at 51. I'm not even, the other two questions are fine. We don't rocked out long enough. And I think this was so good. It gives us some time to chit chat and see what's going on with everybody. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and not just for, and allowing me the space to vent, because some of this stuff is me venting, some of this stuff is getting stuff off my chest. And I just really feel like we are in a time, right? I mean, I'm still living my life. I'm not letting anything of whatever's going on. I'm not living in fear. I'm not over here living in fear. I am being aware, but I'm not living in fear. And I just think that in so many instances in our life, you know, fear is the controlling factor. And we have to let go of that, because it will keep you stuck. And I think that's the point. And what my takeaway from tonight, if I could take anything away, is fear and letting go, because you got to let go of fear to be able to move on and to not be stuck and feeling away. It's a bunch of stuff that we need to just kind of let go and just let life happen, because none of this is a surprise. Everything, it's been written. It has to happen. It has to happen exactly how it's happening. So why are we trying to stop it? Why are we trying to change it? Why are we trying to hold on? Like you literally almost at this point have to just flow like water. Just let whatever's gonna be just be, within reason. Still be cautious the way that you need to, but we need to flow like water, Don't just let it roll right off your back, because just this too shall pass, like everything else has in our life. You know what I mean? And so that's my thing, I just, everybody's kind of been just a little like, ah, uptight. It's just like woosah, breathe, do a little meditation if you're not. And let it go. Release this stuff. Like, release it. It's okay. I promise you it's gonna be okay. Right? Y'all feel good about that? um I'm gonna read this one real fast. I've done that before. I got into something, and 2 months in, I was like, I can't do this. The people were upset and begging me to keep the obligation. And I was like, nah, I might not be so nice if I might not be so nice if I stay. So I stepped down. Okay. Cause like, why do something halfway? Why do something with an attitude? Why do something without your whole self in it? You know what I mean? Just trying to stay around and please people. And then the whole time you got a full-on attitude. Like, and it's not helping anybody, And my mom, my mama, she loves to say a good name is better than all riches. And that's true. Sometimes you gotta just say, I can't take the money if it's about money or whatever, the career or whatever. Like, I can't, because then now I'm coming in here with an attitude, and then now this my reputation precedes me. So now y'all gotta say, don't work with so and so because they got a bad attitude, or yeah, it didn't go. You don't want that. You don't want that. So sometimes if you feel it, just be like, yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to do it, but I ain't gonna be able. I'm not gonna be able. So you can't please people. You cannot please people. If you got to say no, right? Okay, this was so fun. Thank you guys so much. People have been asking me about some get ready with me videos, do some looks, do some makeup tips. The guys, y'all may not love that. I try to make it gender neutral shows, but if you love it, come and rock with your Valentine's Day is coming up. We can do something. We'll figure something out, but I do want to do some get ready with me videos, show y'all how I put my pieces together and all that fun stuff. So we'll get to that. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you guys so much. We can keep the conversation going. Y'all know it never stops. I love y'all so much. And thank you for taking some time out on Wednesday to hang with your girl. And I will see y'all next week. I love you so much. Bye.